How did you book your last holiday in a travel agent's shop, on the telephone, online? The chances are that it was online. According to figures published this week by the trade body ABTA, some 83% of us now book our holidays online. I think this is an extraordinarily high figure, and one that is made all the more remarkable by the fact that less than half of all bookings, 45%, are now made with a travel company or agent, and only 17% by people walking into a travel agent's shop. Interestingly, I'm not sure that the travel trade has fully taken on board the reality of what's happening here. ABTA described this figure of 17%, which had dropped from 19% in the same survey last year, as an indication that the situation was remaining steady. I'd say it looked like a significant decline and a clear indication that people are continuing to turn away from the traditional, face-to-face sources of advice when it comes to booking holidays. In fact, I think it is the question of where people are getting advice and inspiration on how and where to travel that is more interesting than the technicality of whether they actually end up booking online, over the phone, or in a shop. It is a much harder, more nebulous trend to track, of course. The story is never a simple one and nearly always involves multiple factors: advice from friends, inspiration from social media, newspaper and magazine articles, and so on. But research online has clearly become by far the most important source. I've heard various figures for the average number of different websites that people visit before they book a holiday, all involve a figure over 30. This may well be a sign that they are finding it hard to track down good advice, but it also indicates a strong and independent urge to find things out for ourselves, rather than fall back on the traditional services offered by the travel industry. Cities and culture trump the beach, according to a new report. Credit Getty. A few other interesting nuggets also emerged from the survey. Despite all the economic problems and the uncertainty caused by Brexit, the number of holidays being taken is increasing, from 3 a year in 2014 to very nearly 4 this year, 3.8 to be exact. That's an extraordinarily steep rise, especially given that nearly half of those holidays, 1.7 a year, up from 1.2 in 2014, were to overseas destinations. The world's 29 best beaches, chosen by our experts the most popular type of holiday, accounting for 53% of these figures, was city breaks, with beach holidays at 43%. But the potential for the fastest growth seems to be in cruising, which we know is already especially popular with Telegraph readers. The primary reason for cruising's appeal, a reason given by some 80% of respondents, was the chance to see multiple destinations. More and more of us are interested less in lying on a beach than we are in doing and seeing things, taking into account all the other types of holiday taken, including breaks to the countryside, lakes and mountains, plus escorted tours and activity holidays. The overall picture is clear. The traditional sun and sand holiday is still popular, but more and more of us are interested less in lying on a beach than we are in doing and seeing things. We are becoming a nation not so much of holidaymakers, but of travelers, independent travelers who are prepared to spend a lot of time and effort researching where we go and how we get there.